Hello and welcome to EDFL Web TV from Essendon Ford. My name's Pellizzeri, joined by Adam Saricaoglu. Adam, round 8 is run and won, and we're here at Essendon Ford to break it all down.
Yeah, the proud sponsor of Division 1, of course, Teo. We're here today, and yeah, a big weekend of footy to get through today.
Of course, we're here at Essendon Ford because this weekend, Saturday's standalone blockbuster between Hadfield and Oak Park in Essendon Ford Division 1. Don't forget the EDFL Web TV is brought to you by the Sporting Globe, 690 Mount Alexander Road in Moonee Ponds. Adam, what was your biggest talking point in the EDFL out of round 8?
Teo, it had to be East Sunbury, didn't it? They finally got a win. They finally got to sing the song, Shake Down the Thunder from the Sky. It was ringing from the change rooms after the game. Big win against Burnside Heights. It was 12 goals to 5 in the second half at home at Goonawara. Lovely facility up there, Teo. They had the mascot going, really good country sort of atmosphere. It was really, really good to be there. I was, to be honest, proud to be there as part of the broadcast. Teo, really big moment for East Sunbury, a year and a half into their tenure as a senior entity, and they finally got a win.
And thank you very much to Mitch Johns from East Sunbury, who joined us in special comments on the game. Check out edfl.tv for the full match replay, and later on EDFL Web TV this week we will go through all the highlights in Match Breakdown. Adam, I want to take us up to Strathmore Community Bank Premier Division for the biggest talking point of the week. Greenvale beating Keilor. We'll get to what that result means in the wash-up for this week. Let's first hear from the victorious Greenvale coach, Adam McPhee, and his thoughts on how his team got the win and also how they're turning the season around.
In the last month, trying to tidy up our offensive ball movement and also our defence, because I think in the first sort of month of footy this year we've been quite sloppy in both areas. Certainly we hadn't been moving the ball quick enough, and from a defensive point of view we really needed to tighten up because we'd been basically giving the opposition somewhere near nearly 50 inside 50s per game, and also our back 50 stoppages were hurting us a little bit defensively, just with the mindset from our defenders and midfielders when the ball was in our back 50, and there was some strong focuses going into Keilor. Internally, we've basically it was probably difficult for the club, and I'll be honest with that, because it was a position that the club hadn't been in for a long time, and that was everybody. That was coaches, players, members, and the club. We're probably finding this that early start of the year quite difficult to understand, but now going through it, I think we are in a much better position. We understand what it takes to win games of football. Round 1 we'd play a quarter and a half of the football and the style that I wanted them to play, and then round 2 we were able to put together half. Round 3 we put together 3 quarters and probably could have got over the line against Airport West, but we didn't play a full-court effort and we didn't deserve to win. So I think along the way we've been building to play a full-court effort.
Adam McPhee there. So what do you make of the Greenvale coach and his thoughts on how his team is tracking? They had a very slow start to the year, but it really does seem as though they're coming good.
Yeah, no, you're right, Teo. They are starting to come good at the moment. Obviously a slow start, which is bound to happen most of the time when you do introduce a new coach and a new system into a setup. So, yeah, they're about on par with where perhaps we're expecting them to be right now, Greenvale. Big second half of the year coming up, and anything short of finals obviously would be a failure. Right now I know they're outside the top 4, but expect them to be in by season's end. We'll
get into that result and all the other results in the wash-up. You're watching EDFL Web TV from Essendon Ford, and we're brought to you by the Sporting Globe, 690 Mount Alexander Road in Moonee Ponds.